Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at what to choose for Diamond and Pearl because we are now able to choose basically which version we want to have. So if you haven't chosen this yet and you don't know really what you want to choose, this video is going to be for you. But also you're gonna take a look at the new Pokemon, the Palkia and the Dialga with the origin form because their moveset have been now in the code actually already for a little bit longer, but I feel like it kind of went missing as well. But we're gonna take a look at this one, what you want to choose really, because there's one clear option, like the other one is way worse. So let's move right into it, right? Also, if you enjoy this type of videos, feel free to leave a like. I'm back now with more up-to-date videos. There are going to be a lot of videos coming up for the next week, especially there are more of like preparation videos because we have Catch Cup, so Catch Cup is not really that interesting. But otherwise, basically, the main new effect for this upcoming tour is basically that you're going to have two new gameplay features, which is going to be first off, a Roar of Time, and second off, the Spatial Rent. Spatial Rent is going to allow you to double your encounter view distance, while a Roar of Time is going to allow you to pause the timer of any effect that you have going on in terms of like paid items and whatever. For example, like instance, daily adventure instance, the star piece, whatever, like basically everything that you're going to use. You don't have to use as many of them if you have the Roar of Time active. And yeah, definitely more unique is Spatial Rent for this one, because Spatial Rent is going to allow you to just, yeah, basically do something that you don't get before. Before, you are still able to just go ahead and put more star pieces in and you still have the same effects. Spatial Rent is very unique in this kind of regard, so definitely both are kind of interesting. But also what is interesting as well is that Roar of Time is only working for 6 minutes per power-up. One power-up is, I think, 5 candies and 5,000 Stardust. And Spatial Rent is going for 10 minutes, so it's even longer than Spatial Rent, than Roar of Time, which is going to be also interesting. So, what to choose? Yeah, basically the differences for which ticket you're going to go for. You're going to have the Diamond Badge, which is going to allow you to get the Origin from Dialga that guarantees no signature move, which is going to be, of course, the Roar of Time. You're going to be able to get the adventure effect of a Roar of Time for twice as long during that period, so for like 12 minutes instead of 6 minutes. And you're going to get more candies awarded through like a research, basically. Well, it's kind of the opposite then, of course, for the Pearl Badge. So you're going to get guaranteed the origin from Palkia, as well as the adventure effect went from 10 minutes to 20 minutes, which is actually way long as well. Then, like, it's actually like 20 minutes. Like, you only need like 3 power-ups to go for a full hour with that, which is kind of cool. So, like, full hour of double view distance is kind of nice, I would say. But definitely an interesting one there, because back in the day, at least, whenever you chose those versions, you also had some version-exclusive Pokemon that were spawning. This time around, this is not the case. So basically, what you choose really just depends on what Pokemon you like more. Do you like the Palkia more? Do you like the Dialga more? And what effect is going to be more effective for you? And I have to say, for me, especially with Dialga, I would have enough premium items anyway to use them. But I already chose my badge, which was Dialga, which I now regret, I have to say, because there's another thing that also kind of goes into effect. I'm going to make another video, by the way, more in depth about this tour, I think most likely on Monday or whatever. We're going to try to break some down. I'm also going to make a tier list for the spawns coming up, so definitely a lot of content for the tour, for the global tour coming up on my channel as well, so stay tuned for that. But we're going to see here instance encounters. This is going to be just from instance, going to be unknowns, which is going to be really cool to have. But what you also see there, just in those yeah, brackets there, is going to be excluding daily adventure instance. And basically, the benefit of the Diamond Badge and the main benefit of Roar of Time is that you can use the daily adventure instance, which can give you access to the Galarian birds if you don't have them, for like basically nearly unlimited time. And the issue is now you don't get the unknowns for that, and this is like one of the bigger parts of the event as well. So if you use the Roar of Time during the daily adventure instance, you're getting locked out of the unknown spawns, and this is really bad. And I really hope that they would fix this, because for me, this completely makes the Diamond one way worse than the Pearl one already. But we even haven't taken a look at the Pokemon yet, so let's do this as well here. We're going to have Dialga. Dialga is going to have a little bit more bulk and a little bit less attack than the normal Dialga. We're going to have the same moveset plus Roar of Time. Roar of Time is Draco Media, basically without the debuff, which is really cool. So like Roar of Time is definitely an upgrade to Draco Media. But yeah, you're going to still be able to get the signature moves as well if you don't have the actual ticket for like either like Pearl or like the diamond thing, it's just not guaranteed. So like you're going to have mostly something like a 10% chance or whatever to get the signature move of the other Pokemon. But as you're going to see here right now, this Pokemon is going to go kind of toe-to-toe with the normal Dialga. If you take a look at the general stats for this one, the Dialga Origin form is slightly better. Like, you're going to see here that, for example, Dialga Origin loses against Dialga normal form now, which is kind of funny. But basically, those don't really do a lot of different things. Like, they're very, very similar to each other. But you're going to end up with like an average rating of around like 20 more with the Origin form. So, Origin form, if you want to build one Dialga, is most likely preferred. But at the end of the day, it's not that big of a difference. So like if you already have a Dialga build, you're still going to be fine using this one in the Open Master League. So it's not going to be the biggest change. It's a little bit different to Palkia. Palkia is going to be a huge upgrade. You have more bulk and more attack. There's no drawback with it. Like, you still have the same amount of HP as far as I know, but you're just going to have better stats on this Pokemon. Plus, you're going to get Spatial Rent, which is, I think, let me actually check it real quick on the side. Spatial Rent is a 95 damaging move for 50 energy, which is very, very solid because you're gonna get there way faster. And this was like an issue for Palkia anyway. You barely had the bulk back in the day to get to your secondary charge move. And now you're going to have Spatial Rent, which is cheaper than Draco Media. Does a little bit less damage, of course, than Draco Media as well, but it's way more consistent, and you still have Aqua Tail, and you still have Dragon Tail and Dragon Breath as a fast move, so you have a great moveset on this Pokemon. And yeah, what can I say? This Pokemon is absolutely amazing. This is the new rank 1 Pokemon for the Master League. This is basically the stuff that you want to have. So great for me that I chose accidentally the wrong option, and that's also kind of why I wanted to make this video, because I kind of want to show you, please, if you want to play PvP, if you also just want to play the event, I'm fairly certain that the Pearl Badge is what you want to go for. Pearl Badge seems so much better than the Diamond Badge, so definitely something that you want to get. Palkia form, a huge upgrade over the normal variant, like literally ginormous upgrade. This Pokemon going to be everywhere, and it's going to be so strong to play as well. Like Spatial Rent, Aqua Tail, Dragon Breath, it's going to be so great to play this Pokemon. But yeah, sadly, I chose the wrong option, and this really bothers me now at this point, because this is literally what you want to get. But it is fine, definitely something that you can go for. But otherwise, we're going to talk a little bit about other Pokemon that are coming as well for this event just here at the end. We're going to have a shiny surprise. We're going to have some variants here of the Pikachu, and also we're going to have an increased chance of encountering shiny Turtwig, shiny Chimchar, shiny Piplup, shiny Stunky, and shiny costume Pokemon, and more, which is kind of cool. Plus, we're gonna get shiny Hisuian Voltorb, shiny Hisuian Quillfish, shiny Pachirisu, shiny Shadowed, and shiny Carnivine from X. So, they're going to be, again, another video coming up for this kind of stuff for one day, very likely for the next week, so definitely stay tuned for this kind of stuff where it's like more about the spawns. We're going to have Colossal Fun, which is going to be around the Regigigas, which is going to get most likely a new move called Crush Grip, I think, where we don't know the stats yet, so I'm not going to talk about this yet. It's very unlikely that this is going to help this Pokemon, because you still need a better fast move for this Pokemon to work, but currently it's Hidden Power, and Hidden Power is not so great. And then we're going to get Through Roots only Basculeigon in the White Stripe form. This Pokemon can eventually, at least, going to be able to evolve itself into Basculeigon, which we can a little bit take a look at as well, and if this Pokemon has some potential. We don't have the move pool or anything like this in the code yet, so I'm kind of here trying to showcase some possible, basically the best attacks that this Pokemon could learn right now. And as you're going to see here, this Pokemon learns Hex, Water Gun, Crunch, or Shadow Ball, Icy Wind, and Aqua Tail. I didn't go for Icy Wind for the showcase just because I feel like it's a little bit unlikely for this Pokemon to learn this one, but it kind of needs Icy Wind to be decent. What we see here as well, there is a different split between male and female. Female variant is going to be a little bit bulkier for Ultra League as well as Great League, as you see here, less attack, while male is going to be what you need to get if you want to fully power it up, because it's going to have more CP for it. Interestingly enough as well here, it's only going to be interesting really for the Master League, because for the other leagues, it's going to be a Water Ghost type Pokemon. You already have Jellicent, and Jellicent is a way better for in terms of stats, in terms of everything compared to this Pokemon. So for me, if this Pokemon doesn't get Icy Wind as well, this Pokemon has literally no play at all, and otherwise it's very likely just going to be a Dex filler, just be honest here. But yeah, this is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.